Hi, hello. So this is my third time recording this, because I'm not good at doing these voiceovers. But basically this is some storyboarding, if you will, some more concept sketching, for a story I've been working on for about 4 or 5 years now called Thanatopsis. And so it started as a little bit of a short story, entered for a Halloween contest back in early high school, so 2014, 2015, somewhere in there. And so it was supposed to be the main character is a girl, and she moves into a house, and it's more like modern day, and it's haunted by a ghost named Nora. And I didn't win the contest, but I liked the story idea and I liked the characters, so I developed it a bit more. And so the main character, she was basically originally a self-insert, but I was sort of still a bit of a kid at the time, so I eventually gave her the name Alvy, which is her name now, and it's been that for a while now. But basically, instead of being more modern day, now it's set into more of a not 1800s, but old-timey fantasy world type world now, with werewolves and vampires and things, magic. And so Alvy herself is magic. She's a plant witch now. And so she has the ability to sort of control plants and growth and things. She can make spiky plants and stuff, and she's a bit of a fighter. But she really likes to help people, so she goes around towns and helps with, if they have famine and things, or a werewolf problem, or she's a fighter and she's a lover, if you will. A bit of both. So basically it's evolved quite a bit from modern day house with a ghost to, oh, she's a witch now. And so her familiar is Pete, which that was the first name I gave him, was Pete. And it was supposed to be a bit of a joke, but it just kind of stuck because you have this awesome fantasy world, and her name's Alvy Doyle, and there's Rosalind the princess, and there's the Queen Eva, and it's oh cool. And then you just have a fox straight up named Pete, and I think that's really funny. I don't know why, but I love it. So Pete can look like a fox in certain situations, when needed, if you will. But he also can turn into sort of his spirit form, which is a giant fox wolf thing, which is pretty cool. He has glowing eyes and stuff. But yeah, this is, they've changed designs quite a bit over the years, a lot. But Alvy, I think, has changed probably the most. But I really like her design now. I love the red and green. They're just such complementary colors. Originally her hair was sort of long and blondish brown, which if you watched my sketchbook video, that's what it was before. It was a bit of a braid. I still sort of kept the braid. I gave her a tiny one, just to harken back to that. But quite a few months ago I decided to give her red hair, which actually those sketches were not supposed to be her. They were just supposed to be just a random character. It was based off of, I think, a photo of a lady I found that I just really liked the vibe of. But I ended up giving the sketch red hair, and I was oh, I really like that. And then I gave her a green outfit, and I was what if this was Alvy's new design? And I was oh, genius. So the funny thing now, though, is about maybe a month ago, my friend introduced me to this story called Muted, and it's really good, and it's on Webtoons. But ironically, it also has a plant witch who has red hair, and so I'm oh no, can I use this? Because, I came up with the idea before I found out about this comic, but I'm is that somehow infringing, even though I didn't know it existed? I don't know. Either way, though, I think I'm gonna keep the red hair, but if you can or want to, I would highly suggest go reading Muted. It's a really good witch story. based out of New Orleans, and it's very cool. But back to Thanatopsis. Basically, the character I drew earlier is Alvy, the red-haired doll, obviously, and this is Rosalind, that I'm drawing now. She's the princess, and so the whole idea is basically Alvy is hired by the queen to protect her daughter. And at first, Rosalind isn't very sure about it because she's like, I can handle myself, which she definitely can. Her and the queen both are very, like, independent, you know? Rosalind's very good with a sword, and she prefers to use these sort of two big daggers that I did not draw here, but that's sort of her weapon of choice. The Kingdom of Green, I'm not sure what to call it yet, but they're the Green family, and so their kingdom is a very peaceful one. Like, they accept, you know, magic users and stuff, and they try to help their people as best they can. It's a good kingdom to live in. But the thing is like, even though they don't have to fight very much, they still train in things, you know, because there's still a threat if the kingdom is around them wanting the resources and stuff. And so, yeah, basically it's Alvy and Rosalind starting to work together, and they end up falling in love. And it's very sweet and cute. So that's my idea. So this is pretty much over, but I hope you have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I apologize if it's a bit choppy. I don't know if it's going to stay like that when I export it. I hope not. So yeah, have a good day, be safe, and goodbye!